Welcome back. This is video 2 for the key of E. In the first video, we talked about the main 4 chords that makes up the key of E. The main 4 chords, or what we call the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6 minor, C sharp minor. E, A, B, C sharp minor, 6 minor. So this is the circle of chords, and it's the circle of chords for the key of E, meaning E is at the top, it's home base, it's what everything wants to get back to, do. And for every note in the scale, da 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 da, we have a chord that represents that note. Da 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 da. That's what the circle of chords does. It lets us see the extent of all the options in that key. Each note in the key, what chord represents that note. So as long as your song isn't breaking rules and going outside of the main Western rules of music, then you'll only have chords that are in the circle of that key. So we know E. So what's our 2? Our 2 is always minor. The key of E has 4 sharp notes in it. It has almost all the sharps: F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp. And we'll find those notes in the key, in our chords. So we have E, F sharp minor. This is the traditional F sharp minor. Just like the rest of the chords are going to be kind of more traditional shapes. So they're harder to make, but you should learn how to do them. So when I'm making that minor chord, the barred minor chord from the top string, which by the way, you can take this chord anywhere you want and you get different minor chords. But when you put it here on the 2nd fret, we have F sharp minor, which is the 2 position for the key of E. Commonly, sometimes people will use their 2nd finger to help clamp down on that pointing finger, because it's hard to hold down 6 strings with 1 finger, right? And we got this stretch, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, all the way down. Okay? That's a traditional F sharp. Again, catch me on video 3 for an easier way to play this chord. We have our 3rd chord. Our 3rd chord in any key is a 1/3. In this case, an E over the 3rd note, which is G sharp. And this is you could call this a traditional way of playing an E over G sharp. It's not commonly done. If you're a strummy dude on you're a rhythm guitarist on an acoustic guitar, and you have a chord chart that has an E over G sharp, chances are most people, just when they're the strummy guy, they'll just continue playing E. They'll play an E for that spot and let the bass player or the keyboard player bring in that G sharp, that low note. But what is something over something again? Let's go over that. Well, the first letter is the chord. It's an E chord. But G sharp is the bass note. So that's why it kind of in a way works to just play an E chord and again let the bass player or something hit that da-da-da, that G sharp note. Because it's a stretch. Another traditional way to play this chord, which no one does, but I have to show it to you, is they stretch that pinky all the way to they get the E chord, right? And they stretch the pinky all the way to the G sharp. Not the 3rd fret where G is, the 4th fret. Right? Probably not going to do that. So I like to do this alternate way. It's traditional enough in that it has the main notes of the chord. So I go 3rd finger on the 4th fret. I bar with my pointing finger across 2 notes, the same 2 notes that are in the E chord. Okay? Then I arch back out at this joint because I want the high strings to ring through. I'll go pinky here on the 4th fret, 4th string down, because what that's doing is just repeating a B note. It's kind of out of tune, isn't it? And then I'll put my 3rd finger on this 4th fret G sharp note. So E, F sharp minor, E over G sharp to A. There's our 4. You can hear how that 1 and 4 go together. Traditional B. We went over it in the first video. I did it like this, where I just held down this high string. Another traditional way to do it is to bar all the way across and have all these right here. It is not an easy chord. So again, I look forward to video 3, where I show you some more alternate ways of playing these chords. But I'm holding 2nd string, 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret on the high string. All right. C sharp minor for the 6 minor chord for the key. Now we get to our 7. Our 7 is a goofy chord. Most of the time the 7 is what I call a 5 over 7. So it's a 5 chord. What's E's 5 chord? It's B over the 7th note position. Dun, dun, 8, 7. How do we do that? How do we do that? Well, let's talk about it. Real quick, let's look at what we did for the key of D when we needed a 7 chord. We went to A and went here. Well, we're in the key of E, so there's E's 7 chord. It's a B over D sharp. Look at these two here, actually these 3 notes here, 1, 2, 3. Those are the same notes we were holding when we did a traditional B chord. I'm holding them like an A shape, as if I was playing an A here, but I'm lifted. And I've got this note here. What is this note here? C, D, D sharp. There's our B, like from that chord, from that B chord, over D sharp. Again, it's not a very common chord to play. Most people, if they see a B over D sharp, they're just going to play a B. And I'm going to show you an alternate chord for that B over D sharp as well on the 3rd video. So real quick review. The key of E's main 4 chords are E, A, B, and C sharp minor. Those are the main 4. If you see those 4 chords in a song, you're in the key of E. The 2 chords are F sharp minor, E over G sharp for the 3. We're going up at the alphabet. E, F sharp minor, G, E over G sharp, A, B, C sharp minor, B over D sharp, and E again. Hear how, as long as you hear how it's going around in that circle, how it's completing the key, all right? You'll want to practice, this really gets into some pretty fancy chords here. We're not dealing with plain old G, D, and C anymore in E minor. We're barring, right? And we're up the neck. So we're getting into it, right? It's pretty cool. I used to look at this section of the guitar as I was learning. I'd be like, what is up here? Like it's so mysterious. Well, here we are. We're moving up, right? So check out video 3. I look forward to seeing you there as we dive into this key of E a little bit more and explore some of the more cool ways of playing these chords that give it a little bit of motion and melody, give it a little bit of color and interestingness. And so I'll see you on video 3. Thank you very much.